Well, it's a Labor Day holiday version of Inside the Zone. Justin Kenny, Andy McDonald, Glenn apparently has the holiday off. Which,
I guess when you're important like that, you get to make your own schedule.
That's just what happens, I guess. But we're going to break it down here. So let's start with the SAC. Obviously, it's kind of congested at the top.
It's chaos.
It's chaos at the top. I was looking at it, and we don't really want teams to lose. We don't want teams to win. But if Homestead beats Bishop Dwenger this week, you'll have 6 teams at 3-1, likely. 6 teams tied for first in the SAC. Just how chaotic is that conference?
It's crazy right now. We really don't know what to think. And the beauty of it is we're not in this position a lot most seasons. By this time of the year, Andy, as you know, we kind of know who the best team, maybe the second best team. We're eyeing 1 or 2 games the rest of the year that's going to decide the conference. And right now the SAC is up for grabs, so we can't do that. It makes the regular season a little bit more entertaining than what we have most years. Usually we're like, okay, Snyder's going to roll everybody or Dwenger's going to roll everybody. We can't say that this year. It's great.
6 teams are either 3-0 or 2-1. And the big game, obviously, this Friday night, it's got to be Bishop Dwenger against Homestead. Dwenger, they haven't had as tough of a schedule early on. Homestead, a very tough schedule. We've seen in the last couple of weeks coming down to the wire. They could easily be 1-2. They could easily be 3-0. What do you see from that game?
It's interesting because you mentioned Bishop Dwenger haven't played the toughest schedule. They played Wayne week 1, but that was in the slop.
In the rain.
So, is Bishop Dwenger 3-0 if they play a tougher schedule? So this is their toughest game by far on Friday night. And then you look at Homestead, that they just need to clean up the first half of games. They just keep falling behind too much. They had to come from behind to beat Concordia. They had to come from behind last week and before losing late. So Chad Zolman, the message to his guys surely is we can't come out as sluggish as we have the last 2 weeks.
Obviously, we were at the game of the week. Bishop Lures, they come back. They put a beat down on Homestead. Homestead comes back. Is Bishop Lures legit? Is Bishop Lures for real? Can they make a run to get that 13 at 12?
I mean, it's so tough, right? It's maybe they look great last Friday. The week before they lose to Wayne. I mean, Wayne's a solid squad. So every week we're jumbling the power rankings in the SAC. When you look strictly at 3A, I think Lures has the horses to get down there and win a title if they can stay healthy. I mean, they're not the deepest team in the world. That's what hurts them in years past is you get a key position here injured, and they don't have the depth. Right now they've stayed healthy, relatively healthy thus far, knock on wood, and it's allowing them to compete against the Homesteads and the like.
Hopefully we clear some things up in the next few weeks. Carroll's another team I want to talk about because they beat Snyder and then they rolled through Northside, obviously, and then they got Northrop this week, which is not a huge test, but Northrop did put a tough test against Wayne. So can Carroll compete for this conference?
I absolutely think they can. Yeah, definitely. Gavin Vogt is as good a quarterback you're going to find in the SAC. Of course, Camden Childers, who absolutely went off to 253 yards, 4 touchdowns last Friday. The running game is there. The defense is there. It is another team that is definitely in contention for sure. Their one loss, of course, you look at that Bishop Lures game. That was week 1 in the slop. So there's so many different storylines each week in the SAC. It's as good as a competitive conference as we've seen in a long time.
I'll go down the list. Bishop Dwenger, Carroll, Bishop Lures, Snyder, Wayne, Homestead. Would you be surprised if any of those teams won the conference?
If any of them do?
Yeah.
One of them has to.
Well, hopefully.
Right? I mean, it could be a case where we have a 7-2 team potentially win or at least tie. Maybe a 3-way like we had in 2014 where 3 teams shared it. Wouldn't be surprised. I think all the teams you mentioned, you can make a case on paper that they have the best shot.
That's what I was going to say, exactly.
Yes.
All 6 of those teams, they are legit. They would, if they won the conference, there'd be no question to be like, all right, that team played when they needed to play, and they took care of business.